Hey everyone, WizKid Word here, and in today's video I will be reading about the half-elf race in Dungeons & Dragons. We are still reading the free source book, Basic Rules, which you can find on dndbeyond.com. Please feel free to follow along by clicking the link below in the description. Alright, let's get to it. Half-elf. Flint squinted into the setting sun. He thought he saw the figure of a man striding up the path. Standing, Flint drew back into the shadow of a tall pine to see better. The man's walk was marked by an easy grace, an elvish grace, Flint would have said. Yet the man's body had the thickness and tight muscles of a human, while the facial hair was definitely humankind's. All the dwarf could see of the man's face beneath a green hood was tan skin and a brownish red beard. A long bow was slung over one shoulder, and a sword hung at his left side. He was dressed in soft leather, carefully tooled in the intricate designs that the elves loved. But no elf in the world of Krynn could grow a beard. No elf but... "Tanis?" said Flint hesitantly as the man neared. "The same." The newcomer's bearded face split in a wide grin. He held open his arms and, before the dwarf could stop him, engulfed Flint in a hug that lifted him off the ground. The dwarf clasped his old friend close for a brief instant, then, remembering his dignity, squirmed and freed himself from the half-elf's embrace. Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, Dragons of Autumn Twilight. Walking in two worlds but truly belonging to neither, half-elves combine what some say are the best qualities of their elf and human parents: human curiosity, inventiveness, and ambition tempered by the refined senses, love of nature, and artistic tastes of the elves. Some half-elves live among humans, set apart by their emotional and physical differences, watching friends and loved ones age while time barely touches them. Others live with the elves, growing restless as they reach adulthood in the timeless elven realms, while their peers continue to live as children. Many half-elves, unable to fit into any other society, choose lives of solitary wandering or join with other misfits and outcasts in the adventuring life. Of two worlds. To humans, half-elves look like elves, and to elves they look human. In height, they're on par with both parents, though neither as slender as elves nor as broad as humans. They range from under 5 feet to about 6 feet tall, and from 100 to 180 pounds, with men only slightly taller and heavier than women. Half-elf men do have facial hair, and sometimes grow beards to mask their elven ancestry. Half-elven coloration and features lie somewhere between their human and elf parents, and thus show a variety even more pronounced than that found among either race. They tend to have the eyes of their elven parents. Diplomats or wanderers? Half-elves have no lands of their own, though they are welcome in human cities and somewhat less welcome in elven forests. In large cities and regions where elves and humans interact often, half-elves are sometimes numerous enough to form small communities of their own. They enjoy the company of other half-elves, the only people who truly understand what it is to live between these two worlds. In most parts of the world, though, half-elves are uncommon enough that one might live for years without meeting another. Some half-elves prefer to avoid company altogether, wandering the wilds as trappers, foresters, hunters, or adventurers, and visiting civilization only rarely. Like elves, they are driven by the wanderlust that comes with their longevity. Others, in contrast, throw themselves into the thick of society, putting their charisma and social skills to great use in diplomatic roles or as swindlers. Half-elves make excellent ambassadors. Many half-elves learn at an early age to get along with everyone, diffusing hostility and finding common ground. As a race, they have elven grace without elven aloofness, and human energy without human boorishness. They often make excellent ambassadors and go-betweens, except between elves and humans, since each side suspects the half-elf of favoring the other. Half-elf names. Half-elves use either human or elven naming conventions. As if to emphasize that they don't really fit into either society, half-elves raised among humans are often given elven names, and those raised among elves often take human names. Half-elf traits. Your half-elf character has some qualities in common with elves and some that are unique to half-elves. Ability score increase. Your charisma score increases by 2, and 2 other ability scores of your choice increase by 1. Age. Half-elves mature at the same rate humans do and reach adulthood around the age of 20. They live much longer than humans, however, often exceeding 180 years. Size. Half-elves are about the same size as humans, ranging from 5 to 6 feet tall. Your size is medium. Speed. Your base walking speed is 30 feet. Dark vision. Thanks to your elf blood, you have superior vision in dark and dim conditions. You can see in dim light within 60 feet of you as if it were bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light. You cannot discern color in darkness, though, only shades of gray. Fey ancestry. You have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep. Skill versatility. You gain proficiency in 2 skills of your choice. Languages. You can speak, read, and write Common, Elvish, and 1 extra language of your choice. And that concludes this episode of The Delver. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like and sub buttons. Also, leave your comments down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Stay tuned for the next episode of